So, we need to be stronger before going down there. And I wonder if we went down there if we could talk to him again. Alright, no. Alright. So, something else needs to happen. Alright, so what we got? We got the Blackhound Inn. Alright, there's a loft. See what happens. You see 4 people gathered by the door in the inn. The raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hand for calm, his face partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we?
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
What's going on? One of the other men points at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused, mocking us even while he shelters in our village. Just goes to show you what these fancy Adre manners are worth. We don't take to that kind of treatment, not from foreigners, and especially not from Adrians.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
I don't think attacking him is such a good idea. And why is that? Because then you have to deal with me. They look at each other. One of the men gives the other two a warning shake of his head before turning to you. We're done for now. But this one better watch his step around here because we're not going anywhere. They final scowl at the elf. He turns to leave. As the 3 stumble away, the elf turns towards you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
I'm glad I could help.
Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts, though your accent suggests that you are no more local than I.
He straightens his hood and you note the remains of frayed embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leather work beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan Ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. In half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
Several hooded figures operating a strange machine. Loth goggles at you silently, apparently assessing your earnestness. Finally, he gives you a chipped, awkward laugh.
You do manage to find yourself in rather interesting predicaments.
What are you doing in Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
And you? I've experienced strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. And he has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
He nods at the gnarled old tree in the center of town. The darting glance takes in the tumble-down buildings and the fallow, rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere. How did you manage to cross those 3 drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did tell that one man to go fuck his sister. While that, he clears his throat and adjusts sleeve. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints. The accent doesn't help. I heard the same thing. For a moment, he looks as if he was about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces his tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes and shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
So do I. Let's go then. So we got our first companion.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Yeah.
Let's go in here, talk to the dwarf that we saved. Yeah, go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Gods keep you.
Hello, welcome to the innkeeper looks up. Oh, it's you! Timfrith told you what you did for him. Such relief to have him back. Can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Timfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already in the back work in the kitchen. So what would you like? I could use some reliable help. Do you know anyone looking for work? Oh, well, I couldn't say I could speak from experience, but we do have a certain sorts come to look for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone on, I'd be happy to send them your way. Let's see what I have to work with. Okay, so this is where we can buy an adventurer. We're gonna hold off on that for now.
Well met, friend.
See what she has for sale. I'm sure you'll find something of your liking with the finest cook in Direwood. Man, I have like no money. How do I get to my stash? Here we go. Let's sell this stuff. Hold on to that for now. Sell that stuff. Keep that. I don't need that anymore. Alright. Now I have some money to work with. So now let's... I don't know, buy 2 potions. Alright. Oh, we leveled up too. Sweet. Alright. Mechanics. How many points do I have? 3 points left. Let's do survival. I think it's 1 and more. Next. Alright, so speed instant. User. Alright, so this, we have lower attack speed, but increased damage and accuracy. Plus against targets affected by damage over time. Marked prey, 20% damage, swift aim. So this makes us attack faster. Let's get vicious aim. Oh, is that it? Oh, he's got a class unlocked. Okay. Alright, let's get the loft taken care of. Alright, so he's gonna be our lore guy. Get some lore up. This is all lore. Alright, next we get one remaining. We get a level 1 spell. Crush damage, Spirit Shield, Slicken. This could be good here, so Ghost Blades, Chill Fog, they want to do Slicken, so we can use that as like an AoE on the ground. Talents. Alright, Arcane Veil. Grimoire Slam. Blast. So offensive. Nothing really there. Defensive. Fast runner. I guess we'll do blast. Oh, he has more levels. Sweet. Another point into that, and then we'll bump up stealth. Actually, they carry over, so actually let's put a point in stealth and then just go from there. All right, so spells level 2, or I can get level 1 spells. Necrotic Lance is really good. Oof. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, I'm not going to read all this out, so I'm just going to scroll down it. So if you want to read this, it'll be on my YouTube channel, so you can pause it and read it as you want. Is there a way to split items? Oh, I'm gonna look it up real quick. Give me a sec, guys. Alright, double click. We'll go check out Tinfrith. Oh, it's stealing. Dang it. Oh, it's you, my savior. He makes a sweeping gesture to indicate the kitchen around you. It's so good to be back. Do not think I will not let this go unrewarded. I've decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets. My dearest can't talk today. Dearest recipe. After this, you'll eat nothing else. A savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well on your travels. Let's go check upstairs. And then, yeah, we'll move on. I want to see what else is going on around town. Maybe we can get one more person. That'd be... Oh, what's going on here? In guest. It's locked. See what happens if I try to pick it.
I've got it. Finished.
Nothing too much. Alright. So let's go to stash. What did we just get? Alright, first off, this needs to go on somebody. Stalker's Torque. Amulets are most often... What does it say? Modify Stalker's Link. Don't know what that is, but we're going to put it on. Alright, so let's go to our guy. So this is just for... look, so we'll put this on. Oh. Alright, well, I guess we'll put this on him. Does this do anything? No, just a cape. Alright. Best we can really do. The Direwood Part 1. Yeah, I'm gonna go through all these off stream and probably read them. Yeah, reading all these out loud would yeah, it would take me a bit, and I don't think I have enough water.
I've got it. Finished.
We got a rapier, padded armor, and a duelist hat. Wonder what's out here. Oh, just takes us to the backside here. For his house, then we have a couple spots here. Let's go check this out. See if there's any like side quests or anything in here. A Direwoodian woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Greetings.
Well, finally, I was starting to think. The woman makes a startled noise when she turns around and sees it's you. Oh, I'm sorry. I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? I just arrived in Gilded Vale. I thought I'd get to know the locals. Were you with one of the caravans? She looks at you hopefully. Master Odima's by chance? You knew Odima? Well, no more than most here, I'd say. He doesn't usually come this way, but they say he's a reliable old fellow. She pauses, brows frowning. Wait. Why did you say new? I'm sorry, but the caravan was attacked. I was the only one to survive. Offer covers her mouth with her hand, eyes wide in horror. For a few moments, she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasp, her eyes brimming with tears. I knew. I told her it was dangerous to take path to take. Oh, no. This is her sister. Kaliska was always so certain she could take on any danger. Afra sniffs. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Afra's face crumbles, and a solitary tear slides down her cheek. Why did you send for Kaliska? Afra wipes her eyes. I am worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kaliska as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It happens to so many mothers, and Lord Redrick, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. She sniffs. With my Hathrat gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home, too. I hoped Kaliska could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child from being hollowborn. She has moved south to Engslog's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey is too far for me. I can't make it as I am. But I don't know anyone else now that with Kaliska gone. More tears run down her face. Please, can you help me? Sure. I'll find Ranga for you. Offer blinks, eyes wide. You will? Oh, gods bless you. Here, I'll give you coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of, well, I'm not sure. But it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. Angslong Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying myself. She clasped her hands together. Thank you again, truly. You're saving us both. She sets a hand on her stomach, smiling through her tears. Awesome, so we get a little side quest. So let's keep moving. Can we talk to this guy? As you near, you feel a vibrant history containing the essence of this man's soul. Voices from the past seem to call out to you. Reach out for the soul. You see a lone man standing in a field. He looks around, surveying the crops. Occasionally he bends to examine a leaf up close. He's intent on what he is doing, completely absorbed in his work. This man approaches from behind him. He moves slowly, but there's nothing to mask his approach. In his hand holds a large sword. There appears to be no malice or hatred in the man's demeanor. He almost seems pleased. The first man hears his approach and stands turning around from the plant he was inspecting. His face breaks into a smile as he opens his arms to welcome the approaching man. The smile freezes into grimace as the second man thrusts the sword through his stomach, its blade now protruding from his back. His arms slowly fall to his side, and blood starts to drip from the sword onto the plants below the men. As the first man crumbles to his knee, the second pulls out the sword, a tear slowly falling down the cheek of the man's his still smiling face. A lot of lore in this. You see a small group of people gathered around the ruins of a house. The destruction continues out from a single dwelling. Through the entire village, not a single building still stands. Rubble is scattered everywhere. One of the men in the group leans over something in the debris. It is this man, younger barely more than a boy. The man reaches out and shakes the boy on the shoulder. The boy makes no sound and doesn't respond to the man's disturbance. The man looks up at the other members of the group and shrugs, standing to rejoin his friends. The boy suddenly sits up, eyes wide. He scrambles backward away from the group, looking around in horror. The group moves towards him in unison, listening a yelp from the boy who tries to move further away. A woman in the group puts out her hand, stopping the rest. She turns to them reproachfully, motions them to stay, and then looks at the boy on the ground who is trying to push himself through the remains of a wall. He seems unaware he has even stopped. The woman slowly moves toward the boy, hands out, speaking in a low, calming tone. For a time, the boy doesn't even hear. He just closes his eyes and braces himself against the wall, expecting violence. Eventually, the woman's words work through the fear, and he hears her. He opens his tear-filled eyes and stares at her. She holds out a hand to him. He looks at it, seemingly confused by the offer, then hesitantly reaches out. She takes his hand in hers and leads down to help them stand. So it seems like we're looking into the past of all these people. Alright, we'll check out this area over here. These couple areas, and guess we'll keep kind of moving. Here's the smithery. You see a man crouching, surreptitious and alone, a series of untamed shrubs, all that hides him from the vision ahead. His eyes are locked on a Delmagan, beautiful and terrible, eyes half lidded as she hums. A bird with fantastic blue and orange plumage sits on her shoulder. Thrilling gently, the man is entranced, trembling, tentative, and stands, and the tranquility is broken by the bird's startled squawk. The day Limgan half smiles, beckoning with twig-like fingers. She does not speak as he approaches. His mouth is dripping sounds of awe and admiration. She waits, coy and tempting, and with agonizing slowness he is before her. Then something changes. She sees something hanging limply from his side and begins to hiss, fingers suddenly claws and eyes black with hate. He has no time to reach for his axe or grimoire as she strikes, and just as soon as she strikes, she is gone, the only evidence of her existence, the shuddering wreck on the ground. He grabs at his grimoire, nevertheless, and begins to chant, but the words of magical language of his own imaging, scribbled in it in a maniacal shorthand, ring hollow, and the silence continues unabated. He turns and shrugs at someone or something, but if there is something there, you do not see it.